Apple is about to sell you a phone that folds in half for the price of a used car. No, seriously. The iPhone 18 Fold could hit $2,500, and Apple is acting like that's totally normal behavior. But here's the twist. This isn't just Apple copying Samsung late, this is Apple rewriting the entire iPhone playbook, quietly, aggressively, and in a way that could make every iPhone before it feel like a warm-up act. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the foldable isn't even the craziest part. For years, iPhones have been safe. Better cameras, faster chips, new colors, maybe a titanium flex if Apple's feeling spicy. But the iPhone 18 era is different. Apple isn't just upgrading phones anymore, it's splitting the iPhone into roles. Normal iPhones, Pro iPhones, experimental iPhones. And the Fold sits at the top like the final boss. This matters because it signals something huge. Apple no longer believes one iPhone fits everyone. They're targeting creators, power users, business people, and early adopters who want something that replaces both their phone and their iPad. If this works, the entire smartphone market shifts. If it fails, well, that's a very expensive mistake. Let's start with the star of the show, the iPhone 18 Fold. Closed, it's got a 5.3-inch outer display, perfect for quick replies, calls, and pretending you'll just check one notification. Open it up and boom, 7.6 inches of tablet-sized OLED. This is a book-style fold, not a flip. Productivity, gaming, editing, and they all suddenly make sense on a phone. Now here's the part Apple fans won't love, but professionals will respect. No Face ID on the Fold. Instead, Apple's bringing back Touch ID, likely in the power button, not because they want nostalgia, but because cramming Face ID into a folding display is an engineering nightmare. This is Apple choosing reliability over vibes and powering this thing. A monster battery, potentially up to 5,800 milliamps, the biggest ever in an iPhone. Which makes sense because powering two displays on Apple brightness levels is basically an Olympic sport. Picture this. You're replying to messages on the outside screen while walking. You sit down, unfold the phone, and suddenly you're editing 4K video, multitasking apps, or running spreadsheets without squinting. This isn't about flexing in a cafe, it's about replacing devices. But Apple didn't stop there. Across the entire iPhone 18 lineup, Dynamic Island is getting its biggest glow-up ever. Under-display Face ID testing means the cutout shrinks down to basically a polite dot. Cleaner screen, less distraction, and a very obvious setup for something bigger coming later. Compared to Samsung's foldables, Apple's approach is very Apple. They waited, they watched hinges fail, they watched screens crease, and now they're stepping in with Samsung, supplying the display tech, while Apple focuses on durability and polish. Meanwhile, the iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max aren't sitting quietly. Same screen size, 6.3 and 6.9 inches, but under the hood, madness. The A20 Pro chip, built on a 2-nanometer process with RAM integrated directly onto the chip. Faster apps, better AI, more battery efficiency. This isn't a spec bump, it's architectural surgery. And then there's the camera. The Pro Max is getting variable aperture control. Yes, real mechanical DSLR style light control on an iPhone. Content creators just felt that in their spine. Here's my hot take. The Fold isn't meant for most people, and Apple knows it. This is a halo product, a statement, a proof that Apple still knows how to take risks when it wants to. The real sleeper feature? That shrinking dynamic island. Because the iPhone 18 isn't the end game, it's the bridge. Apple is clearly warming us up for a completely uninterrupted glass slab in 2027. No cutouts, no islands, just screen. The Fold is the experiment lab. Now let's be adults for a second. That price, $1,800 to $2,500, is not treat yourself money. That's Explain this to your accountant, money. Durability is still a question. Foldables age differently, creases happen, hinges loosen, and while Apple usually nails longevity, this is uncharted territory for them. Also, Touch ID coming back. Some people will cheer, others will absolutely complain on day one. You already know. So here's the verdict. The iPhone 18 Fold isn't just another iPhone. It's Apple announcing a new era, one where iPhones aren't annual upgrades, but tools with specific jobs. And whether you buy it or not, it's going to change what phones look like for the next decade. Now I want to know, would you actually buy the iPhone 18 Fold, or is this Apple finally going too far? Drop your take in the comments. If this helped, hit like, subscribe for more leaks before everyone else, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.